a gathering in Iran's health ministry to mark the World AIDS Day. Scholars, patients, and representatives of international organizations and NGOs attended the conference to discuss ways of fighting the spread of the deadly disease in Iran and across the world under the motto of getting to zero. Addressing the conference, Iran's health minister expressed concern about the booming number of HIV/AIDS patients in Iran. Sayed Hassan Hashemi said that currently the main cause of AIDS in Iran has shifted from drug abuse to unsafe sexual contact.
Our figures show that since 2005 and 2006, the number of drug addict AIDS patients who shared syringes has declined considerably. But unfortunately, this number has increased in another group of patients. We blame these patients for refusing to announce their sickness. As the government, we also blame ourselves for our neglect.
Experts say that despite government warnings, the number of HIV/AIDS patients in Iran is still much below the global average. Iran is also one of the few countries in the world that renders free of charge medical care to HIV/AIDS patients in the framework of the World Health Organization guidelines.
There's plenty of positive to take away. However, there are also things that we need to work on. For example, the rate of the spread of the disease is outpacing the expansion of ARVs, antiretroviral treatments. That's something that we need to work on.
Every year on the World AIDS Day, Iranian HIV-positive patients hold a symbolic charity fair on the sidelines of the event. While showcasing some of their skills, they try to change the negative image that still exists against them in the society. Some of these patients believe that the public still knows little about them.
Once a homeless addict was ahead of me for a blood test in the lab. As soon as he told the nurse that he was an HIV positive, the nurse freaked out and quickly put on a mask and gloves. When it was my turn, I told the nurse that I was also HIV positive, but he didn't believe me because I was clean and well dressed. But I told him that this really doesn't have anything to do with people's appearances.
The exact number of AIDS patients in Iran is currently unknown. The WHO figures show a shocking 50% increase in the number of AIDS patients in the world between 2005 and 2012. For the first time, the Iranian health ministry is openly announcing that HIV/AIDS is spreading with an alarming rate within Iran's society. This is despite all efforts by the government in the past decade in raising public awareness and prevention of the disease. Now, figures send a clear message to the authorities that they need to do a lot more than this in order to prevent the spread of a disease that could simply turn into a serious challenge for every government. Amir Mehdi Kazemi, Press TV, Tehran.